Hello, paranormal fans. This is Emerian Rich, author of Nights Vampire series, hostess of HorrorAddicts.net, and I'm also in one of Courtney's books, Shadow People and Cursed Objects. I'm going to be reading from Bye Bye Blackbird, which is my story in her book, Are These Stories True or Not? Mine is about a cursed object. There are two flapper girls in the 1920s that get themselves in a little bit of trouble. Glennis' boyfriend Jake drove his Duesenberg down Fifth Avenue in the full moonlight. Glennis sat shotgun, with Chloe and her current squeeze Thomas in the back seat. "Stop the car!" Chloe yelled as she tried to climb into the front seat. Jake slammed on the brakes, causing Chloe to fly into Glennis's lap. Chloe laughed hysterically, as did Thomas. All Glennis could think of was the smell of vomit that never quite came out of her black T-bar heels the last time Chloe overindulged. Chloe pulled the door latch and slithered onto the pavement like a 5-year-old playing wheelbarrow. "Don't go far," Glennis called. "Glenn, it's that snobby man's shop." "Just get back in the car." "No, I'm going window shopping. You in, Thomas?" "Sure, doll." Thomas ran after her as Jake opened Glennis's door. "She's just having a bit of fun, Glennis. Lighten up and come here." Jake wrapped his arms around her, touching his lips to hers. At the sound of crashing glass behind her, Glennis turned to see Chloe reaching into the broken glass window. "Chloe, what are you doing?" "Hurry, Chloe, the cops are going to pinch us," Jake shouted. Chloe grinned as she sprinted back to the car, Thomas right behind her. Jake hopped into the driver's seat, and Glennis took shotgun as soon as the criminals landed in the back. "Go, go!" Thomas yelled as Chloe laughed incessantly. Jake made a sharp turn, the tires squealing. Glennis's heart pounded in her chest. Her mind raced as she thought of the police finding them. Would they put society girls in prison? Chloe giggled in the back, and Glennis couldn't stand it anymore. "Chloe, stop! You're out of control!" "She is, isn't she?" Thomas laughed, running his hand up Chloe's leg under her dress. "Chloe!" "Pull over, Jake." "But we're blocks from your place." "Pull over." Before the automobile stopped, Chloe forced the door open. She stumbled out onto the pavement, followed by Thomas. Chloe threw something, and the raven necklace landed in Glennis's lap. "Never say I didn't give you anything." "Chloe, wait!" "I'll take care of her," Thomas said, winking and running after his date. Glennis sighed, shaking her head and closing the car door. Anger consumed her as she looked down at the beautiful raven necklace. In the morning, armed with cash and the stolen necklace, Glennis journeyed down Fifth Avenue to Jewels and Things to set everything right. As she approached the shop, her heart felt heavy in her chest. What if the police were waiting for her? The window was replaced, and the display straightened. A brilliant sapphire necklace took the raven's necklace place on the velvet stand. Bells hung on the door announced her entry. The jeweler sat in his spot, the monocle in his right eye as if he'd never left. Glennis stepped up to the counter and cleared her throat. He did not look up. She removed a roll of bills from her clutch and slid them across the glass. She took the bird necklace and placed it on the counter. He finally let the eyeglass fall. Last night, my friend, I'll not take your money." "But the window and the necklace." He took the money roll and peeled off a few bills. "I'll take payment for my broken window, but not the necklace. It's yours now, and you must face the consequences." He turned back to his work. "You won't let me play for you the necklace? I don't understand." "I meant what I said. I didn't sell you that necklace because I don't believe it suits you. But your foolish friend has made you the rightful owner. Any complaints should be addressed to her." Glennis opened her mouth to speak, but she didn't know how to respond. She put the roll of bills back in her clutch. She picked up the necklace and put it on. "You know, people act like I'm timid mouse without any feelings. I might not be as pretty or glamorous as Chloe, but I have just as much right to own pretty things." She stormed out of the store, head held high, the glamorous beads around her neck like a badge of honor. Glennis walked through Central Park on her way home. Orange leaves stacked in piles around the trees reminded her of being a young girl and playing with Chloe. They'd been friends since birth, it seemed, And even though Chloe had become wild since her father remarried, they were still close. Sometimes Chloe could get out of hand. It worried Glennis, but she didn't know what she could do about it. In the tree above Glennis, a large black raven perched. She smiled up at it, loving the ebony sheen of its perfect feathers. She'd always had a special interest in blackbirds. The way their wings flapped ebon against the bright blue sky made them seem classier than other birds. Her father used to joke they were dressed for an evening gala. A cold wind blew through the park, and she pulled her fur coat closer. The leaves stirred, and she heard wings flap above her. A sudden pinprick at the back of her neck made her shriek. She put her hand on the back of her neck and looked behind, wondering what had hit her. The bird, still high in the tree, cawed, his beetle-like black eyes surveying the park. Looking at her white-gloved hand, she saw a spot of blood. To read more of this story, download or buy Shadow People and Cursed Objects. It's by Courtney Maroc from Hot Jobs. And thank you, Courtney, for having this wonderful paranormal weekend thing. I love it, and I hope you do it much, much more. And for all you paranormal people out there, have you seen a ghost? Do you wish to see a ghost? Tell us about it. Bye.